watch the episode again.
I already closed the tab. But anyway, we just witnessed Flutter Brutter. Brutter? Yeah, Flutter Brutter, right?
Flutter Brutter.
And,
Brutter.
we're a little bit late to review this because I was away at a wedding, but here we are. Better late than never, right?
No, it's
Awful episode.
Better Nate than lever.
Oh,
Get that reference.
Terrible episode.
Alright, so what'd you guys think of the episode?
Awful, just awful.
It exists. It was too real.
Yeah, I know,
it's
right?
real.
It felt like it was made for bronies living with their
I
parents.
feel like I kind of could relate to
I
it.
could do it on my own.
I can relate to this episode too much.
Me too.
That's why I don't like it. I don't want to relate to it.
Too real for me. I'm glad they made Zephyr like a jerk. That way you can't relate that closely to him. Otherwise, it would be way too real.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I mean, I think there's a big background difference because in this episode the backgrounds don't seem as smooth with the foreground, but in episode 2 the backgrounds seem really, really smooth with the foreground.
I'm not sure what you mean, but we got a lot of new backgrounds.
Yeah.
Apparently you hated this
Fair point.
episode because you focused more on the background rather than what's in front of the character or what's in front of the camera.
I did. I mean, the background should look smooth with the foreground, but it's like a sudden transition. It's just not. It's not a smooth transition. It's not smooth.
Well, you're not supposed to focus on the background. You're not supposed to care about the background.
Says you.
So
I
let's
focus on all the
story.
I muted
the
Discord,
characters.
but I didn't mute this. Sorry.
But they.
You're not supposed to care about the
They did
background.
it perfectly in episode 10, though. Like
This isn't episode 10.
I know it's not. But like, it should have, like
You're not
stayed there.
episode
Like,
10.
Only Nickney has to care about the background.
I care about the backgrounds. I agree
I
with you.
care about the backgrounds too.
I'm not
I
sure
care
what
about
you're
the
talking
lighting. The lighting was awful in this episode.
Details.
No,
What
the
are you
lighting,
guys talking about?
the lighting was pretty good.
We're talking about backgrounds and lighting.
Everyone's talking at once.
Yeah.
I mean, there's something different about that.
Yeah, what else is new?
Aw.
Uh-huh.
Alright, my computer's almost started up. Yay.
R.I.P. computer.
No, I will completely admit this and say it, but I actually like this Fluttershy episode, and that's rare.
I like it too. What do you
I mean,
mean
that's
that's
why
rare?
she was
Fluttershy's
assertive.
best
What'd you
pony.
say?
He doesn't like Fluttershy episodes because he's stupid.
Well, a lot of her episodes are just pointless because they're just saying, "Oh, I'm shy, baby steps. We're in season 4. You don't need baby steps anymore."
I mean, season 6.
But this episode actually focused on this episode actually focused on not her shyness because I was afraid it was going to be an episode where her brother basically bullies her and all that stuff, and then she has to stand up for herself.
I wonder how that episode would.
On screen
No,
is
it
the best
completely-
OC ever.
Oh my god!
Oh yeah.
I see it. I see it. I see
I
it.
can't-
Oh god.
I
Oh
can't
god.
see it.
I can't.
What is it?
I
What?
can't.
Alright, never
What?
mind. It was just a mannequin with paint on it.
That was back in.
Oh my god, I hate
2011 or
mannequins.
2012.
Really?
Like,
Hey, that's better than half the OCs that are in this fandom.
Yeah.
As we discussed, there was the Castaway reference. I think. What was
Yeah.
the head's name again?
Wilson.
No, I mean that.
Wilson.
Yeah, Wilson was in Castaway.
Wigfrid.
but-
Wigfrid.
Wickford. Oh, the name of what he named. Oh yeah.
Oh wait, because yeah, the volleyball had a bloody handprint, right? This has
Yeah, and
this
then
has a
it
hoof
was-
print.
That's great.
Prints on it.
But it's not
Yeah.
bloody hoof print. It's wrong.
yeah.
But it
Yeah,
is
it's a-
upside down for bad luck.
It's purple.
That's I didn't even I just
I love being
wow.
purple.
That's an even better reference than I thought it was. I thought maybe it could have not have been a reference, just a coincidence.
No,
but
it's totally a reference.
Yeah, the hoof print is totally a reference. That's awesome.
Oh, it also has there's the plant behind it that's the same like hair that Wilson had.
That's funny.
It's amazing.
And of course the let me skip to the end of my pictures here. The Link pony.
There we go. Now I can hear you guys.
I mean the Zelda pony, right? Legend of Zelda.
Yeah.
I love that Zelda. Zelda's my favorite character.
He's the best out of the main.
Oh, he only has half a heart. Aw, poor Link. He's dying.
I thought Link was the girl.
I'll hurt you.
How dare you? See, how dare you? It's a girl.
Oh yeah, one of the things that really annoyed me is now I can see where Fluttershy got her really pacifist-aggressive attitude.
Well,
Pacifist
aggressive?
She got the colors
Where?
too,
Wait,
like,
pacifist aggressive? That's
Yeah, that's what he
My
said.
bad.
Pacifist.
Doesn't it mean that
Oh my
she's
God,
people,
listen,
but
I'm-
she's mean?
My bad, not pacifist, my bad. I meant like very passive.
Genocide.
What? What? What are we talking about?
What? How did
I
we
don't
go
know.
from
It goes
pacifist
on.
aggressive to genocide?
I like what AD03 points out. Equestria has swear words. Peeved is an Equestria swear
Yeah.
word, I guess.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna add
Is there,
that to
is
the
there a
horse
list
swears
online somewhere
Also-
about
also,
question
there are a lot of
So,
Yes,
so,
words.
so you're telling me that if I say peeved, right,
We have to
it's a
kick you.
bad
Whoa,
word.
whoa, whoa!
Time to
Censor.
kick you.
Jesus, drummer.
Hey,
Language.
horse feathers is a racial slur, so
Mother
We
of
have racial
God.
use horse
Shut up.
apples.
Or
Feather flu is
They
probably
started watching.
feather
I
flu
say-
is like this. Feather flu is basically Ebola.
Oh.
Oh, this is the weirdest, most random
And-
review we've done. Just because
then
we're late,
what
we're
is
like out of the groove.
I hope there's somewhere
Less
online
hyped
a list
about
of
it,
all
is the
the mean
problem.
words on Questria.
Then what is the Zika virus?
The song
It's funny you
sucks.
say that. I was gonna make a glossary for whatisabrony.com, but there weren't enough words.
Make
Uh,
one.
So, am I the only one that's
Make up random ones.
Am I the only one that finds it odd how
Yeah.
Fluttershy looks nothing like her mom or dad?
She's a mixture of the two.
Well, we
She's
know
dominant.
from the
It's like they broke
the
her
cakes
down.
babies that pony genetics are weird.
Yeah, but
no,
like,
she,
they're
she's
different.
a,
If you look closely,
Those
like,
babies look
her
weird.
father has pink
the green
hair,
is from
mother
her
has
dad's
yellow
coat and
fur.
her eyes. The vanilla skin tone she has is like kind of a mixture of a little bit of the green from her dad's coat and mostly the yellow from her mom.
Yeah, I just realized
And
the
then her
mane
hair
is
color
actually-
is the main is
Yeah,
a
the main
mixture of the
color.
red and white.
Yeah, I just realized
Also,
that.
this ruined like a few
There
of
you
my
go.
fan fictions. Dinky,
Really?
directly
Yeah,
is not her
Dinky.
mother.
No, she's just a
It
babysitter.
also, it also,
Yeah, babysitter.
it also ruined my fan fiction because I thought Fluttershy's parents were dead, and she was traumatized by their deaths, and that's why she's always shy.
Oh no! I found
All
a
right,
picture.
you.
I found a picture.
Leave
like
your
second
fanfics
month.
at home.
Well,
I would
Well,
do
like
Thinking
that.
of Applejack.
We have.
Oh.
Oh.
Low blow.
Oh. Jeez.
She was in this episode, but I didn't get a
Wow.
screenshot
You
because
look at
background
this.
ponies don't get screenshots.
Nickney, no. Nickney, no. Bad Nickney.
You're so terrible.
it's
Question, where does Fluttershy's parents live?
In
Cloudsdale.
in
They're
Cloud
somewhere in Cloudsdale.
They don't live in Cloudsdale, do they?
All right, should
Look,
we
there's
jump
the
into
Coliseum.
individual ratings because we're just getting so derailed right now?
Yeah.
Derail the
We
hype
could-
train.
We could discuss
Continue
more
going to
stuff
derail.
later, I guess.
So terrible.
Anarchy.
All right, Drummer Shy, do you want to start us off?
Sure. The episode was okay. It was not perfect, but it was okay. Really liked Fluttershy's brother, even though it can relate to life lessons like getting a job or anything else. So I'm gonna
It's
give
too
this
real.
episode an 8 out of 10. IGN would totally rate again.
All right, well, I'm next on the list, but I usually wrap things up, so we're going to go right over to Nickney.
Oh, me? Oh. What are we doing again?
Flutter Brother, your
Okay, okay.
review and rating.
Okay. I'm gonna stick to my solid, like what I said about the like the background, because I mean, like,
Why are you
it's the de-
focused on the
the
background
detail,
rather than
it's
what's
the
in front of the
detail.
background?
Because one of the show's highlights is the animation style and the art
Because-
style of
Yeah.
the show.
like the background
your
seems
show's
so
going downhill when you
smooth,
focus more on the
transitions. It
background
was
than anything else.
fantastic in
you
episode
just
10, but
a
episode
knife for
11,
detail.
which is this episode, it's just like it's like they're just stuck in the back there, and plus
What are you
that
talking about?
song. That
What you talking about,
song.
Willis?
You're getting mad at the episode because they focus more in the foreground than the background.
No, they didn't focus on either. The
No, it
animation
was-
was just kind of lacking.
Yeah, it was just.
Yeah.
It was just
I thought it was
lacking,
good,
like,
actually.
It's
Scene 6 is ending tonight.
Not the animation, the prop design.
The
I
character
guess.
animation was pretty good, but like the background or the foreground, the transition for that just wasn't very. It didn't feel natural.
I'd like talking about like how good the background was at Fluttershy's parents' house, and all how like
It's just like.
when they're in Ponyville or something, it's kind of like I
And
guess.
plus-
Yeah, there are a lot of
there's-
blah backgrounds. There's a lot of backgrounds with a bit more detail to them.
Yeah.
Also, like the sudden things that they had brought in the episode, like that song, for example, and it just seemed just so sudden. Like it just like, I mean, it was a good song, but it's just so sudden.
I mean,
it's not natural.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like overall, for the episode, I can't give it a high rating because I mean, I just can't
Oh,
do
boy.
that. I'll give it like a 6 out of 10.
No, that's kind of low for a pony episode.
I know. I
Yeah,
know.
10 just for the background?
Yeah, I don't know what
Not
you're
just
talking
for the
about.
backgrounds. Because I mean,
Just the
You're
backgrounds. It's
This
the
is the part of
backgrounds.
the
All
show
right.
ending.
All right, we won't judge him for
prefer
his
me to give it a
unfair
7
review.
out of 10. That's the highest I'll go.
Hey, as a guy on the internet, I have to judge him.
All right, Sonic Crew.
Yeah. Alright. I mean, I really don't care much about what Nickney said about the backgrounds and stuff. I mean, I had no problems with the episode. It was pretty good. The first time we got to see Fluttershy's parents and her brother. I liked the song. The song was good at the end, but I don't know. It was just, yeah. But I already gave my rating like after I really saw it, so I'm just gonna keep it at that. So I'm gonna give it 8.5.
All right, 8.5 from Sonic Crew. Star Shadow, you're next.
8.5?
Also known as Lego
Alright.
Dude.
When, like we said when we did the review for episode 6, they always do a good job with introducing new characters or reintroducing old ones. And they did the same thing here. Kind of like seeing new people, new backgrounds, new places. The only thing I didn't like was the song. It was kind of meh, so I'll give it a 9.5.
9
Sounds kind of meh.
It was kind of
9.5.
meh. 9.5.
It was just the song.
All right.
It was just the song.
That's the smallest minus I ever heard of.
Hey.
All right, Tootsie Roll.
No rant.
I wouldn't really say a rant because when I saw
Okay.
this episode, okay, first of all, I was terrified of this episode because I was like, oh gosh, it's a Fluttershy episode. Because I looked at the diagnostics of it, of what it's going to basically be about, and it said it was going to be like Fluttershy's parents kick out her brother, and so he has to stay with her. But Fluttershy doesn't want to stand up for herself and he bullies her.
So that's what you thought before you
Yeah,
saw
that's what I
this?
thought the episode was going to be. I was like, oh god, I almost slept through this episode because I just didn't care. But I saw the episode. It was not bad. It basically blew away what I was thinking it was going to be. Thankfully, we got an episode that doesn't focus on her shyness, but more of her.
Her
I don't know. The one
parents'
thing that really
shyness.
annoyed. Yeah, the one thing that really annoyed me is how her parents were just like, "Oh, it's okay. You can destroy my prized possession. You can destroy my house. It's perfectly fine because I want to see you succeed." Like what? Also, it annoys me how they never mentioned her parents throughout the entire 6 seasons until now. So I guess that's So and plus the song was kind of boring. It just popped out of nowhere because I really didn't feel like this episode needed a song. So I will just give this episode probably a, I don't know, 6 out of 10.
6? All right.
Okay.
Complain about my rating. Yeah, that's the guy.
All right, Turtle Pain.
Hey, I didn't care about the background.
I have a lot of things to say about this episode.
All right, go for it.
Let's go.
I was actually before I have you guys hate me, but actually, there were a few
Turtle's
things
gonna be a
I
real
did
turtle
like it.
pain.
I am. That's what I'm going to do today. So the things that I did like, I really liked the designs of the parents and Zephyr. I liked the designs a lot. I liked the design of Fluttershy's parents' house, and I kind of liked how they showed him being completely terrible at all the jobs, and his reasoning behind it was the fear of failure. That was a really great story point. The things I didn't like really outweigh the things I liked, and I didn't like that they just kind of shoved Fluttershy's parents in with no warning whatsoever. It was just kind of like, yep, here are her parents. Don't question it.
Yeah.
And then, yep, she has a brother. Don't question it. And then it was, yes, this is a song now. Don't question it. It was I think after they introduced the brother with no explanation, I think at that point I was like, you guys need to explain things a little bit. So just because of how poorly they introduce new concepts, I feel like I'm going to lower it down to probably the lowest rating of the group. I'm going to say 5 because they didn't.
Jeez.
Wow.
I thought it was going to be worse than that.
On some of this stuff, they could have at least came up with an explanation like, "Oh, how was your lifelong trip?" It's like, "Oh, it was amazing."
All right, well,
Also,
it's my turn, so I'm actually going to say I pretty much disagree with everything you just said. I thought there were a lot of subtle callbacks to the past history of the family. I liked how they kind of skipped the long, drawn-out introduction. Like, they normally would spend an entire act just trying to introduce the characters. But no, I liked how they pushed through that and just, they're there now. And, you know, you learn their names, and that's all you need to know to understand their characters, because their characters are pretty obvious. You know, like the Shy family, and then the, you know, whatever you want. What would you say Zephyr's personality is exactly? I don't even know.
Arrogant.
Yeah, okay, arrogant works, yeah.
arrogant.
So I liked something about this episode. Maybe it was just because I didn't watch it so early in the morning, but something about the episode's flow I liked a lot, except for, of course, the exception being the song came out of nowhere. But other than that, I really did like this episode a lot. I'm actually going to give it an 8 out of 10.
Oh wait, I do have to say one thing. We can all agree that we can pretty much all relate to this episode.
Yes, exactly.
Oh no, our argument is
Yo,
not that it
Mom,
wasn't
Dad,
written
can I
well.
stay here for
My
the
argument
next
is
couple
they didn't
years
introduce
until I
new
figure
concepts
out
well.
what I'm going to do with my life?
Hey,
I
Mom,
wanna-
Dad, can I
My
use your
argument is that
television?
it's a
My Little
little
Pony's
kid
on
show to
today.
bring in real life.
Yeah, can I borrow a television and I can use it
Hey
on
Mom,
my
I'm gonna
desktop?
rearrange the house to make it my needs. I hope that's cool with you.
Yeah.
All right, drum roll, please, for our average rating. The Little Shy live stream average rating for Flutter Brutter is 7.2.
Woo! I brought it down.
Oh.
That's too high.
Dang it, Turtle!
I'm so mean.
Victory.
I'm not gonna lie, that's
Also-
lower than I expected. I liked the episode.
Yes.
Also,
Quiet,
Fluttershy's
you
dad,
featherheads.
Like, I'm not saying the episode's bad. I did like points of the episode, but it was just too big of a glaring problem for me.
Also, when I saw Fluttershy's dad's hair, it looks.
It looks what? You can't just leave us.
I thought I disconnected.
Cream?
What?
I
You said
lost
it
you
looks
there.
and then you just cut out.
Oh, it did? Oh.
It looks
I said
edible.
it looked like a strawberry ice cream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, everyone, that's going to wrap up our review. We're probably going to stay live a little bit longer. Those of you watching the recording, thanks for tuning in. And hopefully next time we'll actually be live at the proper time, and we'll see you then. So until next time.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Get out of here, you
Bye.
wags. Go find a job.
Go watch
Have a bad
the episode
Sunday.
live.